Because when you're on the internet, you have to know that driving to find an exit is super satisfying. It's super satisfying because in fact, here we are discovering. When you leave the system, it's also a reward, somewhere, totally. I know we're going to find one where we are. There's no doubt we'll find one.
Hi Internet, hope you're well. I'm Tom, and I'm delighted to share with you my passion for extreme sports and surpassing yourself. I want to go far, but for that I need your help. So don't forget to subscribe. For you, it's no big deal, but for me, it can change everything.
Dark. I will use my fighting words. Oh, fighting words. Oh, I'm so tired of forgetting what I'm worth, so I will use my fighting words.
No, it's true that this year was quite different from last year personally. It was complicated by the fact that we'd gone one step further in the adventure. Albania may seem a long way from home, etc., but it's still a country that's on the road to development and quite well developed. Northern Macedonia is still a bit behind us, and as you can see on the map, I had a lot of trouble there beforehand. Quite a bit here, and in the field it proved to be a real difficulty. So it adds a real step of adventure because you're faced with a fait accompli. You're lost in the middle of nothing and you've got to make the most of it. Lost in the middle of nothing, and on the GPS there's a track, but in real life it doesn't exist, and I don't think it ever did. There are tracks all over the place, but there's no map to tell you where they go, so you try to look for them on the satellite, but you get tired of it because it makes a lot of U-turns. So that added a real difficulty to the
right
trip.
edge.
Day 7, and yes, you read the internet right. This year, firstly, as Rodolfo has already said, he didn't prepare himself physically. And secondly, the adventure I'm proposing is clearly more demanding than last year.
So knowing when the body really needs a rest is one of the essential skills needed to be able to go far.
So the J6 will have been a completely necessary break for Rodo, who has left a lot of energy since the start. And as J6 wasn't enough to fully recharge the batteries, we decided to take it easy. A soft day today, which means we'll try to stay on asphalt roads. It'll also give us a chance to see Macedonia from another angle. Our goal, to reach Skopje, the country's capital, with a bit of mechanical work on the road though, because I've got a feeling that my rear bearing is getting a bit tired. It's too late for that. Oh no, September evening, T. Did you hear something? Yeah, I heard Rodo's diagnosis was right. No, I didn't hear anything. Yes, Tom said that. No, I didn't. What a bastard. And as usual, Rodolfo is going to find us a place to stay that we'll remember for a long time. Today is our last day on the internet, so we might as well tell you that we want to finish on a high note. We're off to Mavrovo National Park. But first, a bit of mechanical work. You can never totally remake yourself. A small puncture on the front in town is always a pleasure, and it's been a long time. Did you get many punctures in the first few weeks? I have a lot of punctures. The chance that it happens right in front of the Tega tire store. In no time at all, they come out to offer us a helping hand. They also ride motorcycles, and they take care of us like kings. They fix my inner tube while we sip a nice lemonade in front of their store. Isn't that great? Awesome. The smart lighter. We keep it even when we're not much to say. Just thank you so much. Ah, that's the... Ouch! I didn't...
Thanks.
So we'll be tackling the off-road today with Lake Mavrovo and the usual swim for Rodolphe. Once we've reassured him that he's in good physical condition, we decide to really go for it and get away from the road, and once again. The magic of letting go was most effective.
Drove up to San Francisco, always a tear in her eye, where the wind blows somehow colder in June. She's a beauty both day and night. It's a unique set of circumstances, once a stranger and now a friend. I only know the miles and the chances. I always wondered where the sunset ends. California, California, you're so far from Memphis, but I still love your kiss. I never will tell you goodbye. Down south in Los Angeles, the shadows and lights and the beautiful wreckage. Worst first impression, but then you're like heaven, like the one that I almost missed. California.
I really became aware of how difficult it is to navigate and travel without cartography. So it gave me even greater respect for the explorers and adventurers of long ago. Because, to be honest, this is the first time I found myself in the position of saying, good. It's supposed to be asphalt here, but it's totally not in the middle of the Amazon jungle. There's still, I don't know how many kilometers to go. What's it going to be like up ahead? What time is it? We're going to do a full day's riding, which means we're in for a real adventure. So even I was faced with letting go in the mode of, well, let go. I've got to get some control back because I don't have any anyway. So you have to move forward. Quietly and always with the same philosophy. At worst, we'll bivouac, we'll stop, we'll see. But you never know what's going to happen, so you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen, but with experience and time, you can anticipate things a little and know when things really stink. Even if that doesn't stop you from getting trapped regularly, but in this case it was really complicated. Yes. And then once or twice, you've committed yourself driven for an hour or two, even 3 hours, and you're sure you're going to get out, and then boom, it's the end, the dead end, as the Americans say. Yeah, that was a big frustration. Morally, it's very hard because we've already lost our way at night, because the track had collapsed. So at night, I didn't feel like going through there. We turned around and ended up on a dead end where we were greeted by Irfan and his whole family. It's just incredible. The next day we set off again and asked him if it was okay, and he said it was. We can see on the map that it goes through. And we've done just about every trail on the mountain. And it doesn't, except for one. Except one, the K3, we'll talk about that later.
I beg you.
We're missing the K3, but we don't know what the K3 is. And it was going the opposite way from where we were supposed to go. We were at the end of the reservoir, so we couldn't go and see. And what's really disturbing is that when we picked up my trail, when we passed this rockfall, we're right on my trail, I can see the trail, we're right on it. And after a while, the real physical path starts. And after a while, the real physical path starts from a place where the track doesn't go at all, and the track starts from a vertical wall. It's uneven like that, but walls mean that there could never have been a path there. It's just not possible. And at the same time, you can't imagine we were 500 meters away as the crow flies from where we had to go. It's true that when you've been driving for 2 hours and you've passed all those things, etc., and you arrive and you have to turn around. So it's going to be 3 or 4 hours of turning back. The morale, you have to complicate it, yes.
In the town on the hill where the apples grow, and the church bells ring every hour or so, I took a little walk just to see the ships coming in. The sun rose up right above the highway, black, blue, red, yellow, golden skyway.
After this intermittent debriefing, we have to get out of here. This will be the last test of the trip and not the least. Once again, inaccurate cartography leads us to navigate by sight. But since the view is clear here, it makes the task a whole lot easier. Navigation, that is, because technically this will be the hardest passage Rodolphe has ever made, task at the academy included.
Window display of some little store in town. And there's my reflection against the morning light. Hello, Mr. Ghost, Mr. Skeleton White. You better comb your hair, you better wipe that George Clay off your brow. You better stand up straight, man, these people hardly recognize you now.
Here we need to apply many skills and make safe choices, as many times we'll be going over cliffs. So we take our time, but eventually we make it across.
Around the dark side of the moon, all this spinning around hurts my head. I just sit here lonesome for you. There's a million things I would rather do instead. I know it takes a lot to change a worried mind, and I know it takes a year to see the warm summertime. But I'm made of nails, man, made of tombstone. Tall, tall tree.
Now we just have to get out of here, and at least we no longer have the constraint of the void to deal with. So we'll simply, quietly make our way to the end of this path.
A little every day, it's so slow that you can't even see. I guess I'll try to find another thing to be. Lord, carry me like a sailing ship. Comfort me before I slip down the dark side of the moon. All this spinning around hurts my head. I just sit here lonesome for you. There's a million things I would rather do instead. I just sit here lonesome for you. There's a million things I would rather do instead.
By nightfall, we'll be in a nice little bar. Once again, we've really enjoyed ourselves. Well, Rodo, you're here tonight, right? I'm stoned. In fact, we debriefed the week, but forgot to debrief what happened after the debrief. It took a toll on the guys. This was a good single in the mountains, downhill like that with rocks and gullies. Managing emotions. I'm going to sweat, but I changed my t-shirt. It was so wet, it was as if I'd fallen into a swimming pool. I'm glad I got out. It was beautiful, wasn't it? It was crazy, this country of the last month. We're settled in. We passed a ski resort that after all was quite busy in the summer. Exactly. And we found this little bar that got us going again with Felipe. And this little bar found us 2 rooms in a hotel. 10 minutes ago, 2 minutes. 2 beautiful minutes, can't wait. And you escaped sleeping with me again. Yes, yes. Last night I came this close to sleeping. There was a cancellation at 10 o'clock in the evening. Some Greeks didn't make it across the border. Extraordinary. Thank you, customs. I got out well. Sleeping with you is not a gift. I think I lost 9 kilos in July. So either the scale at the hotel was very generous, or I've really lost 9 kilos. No, you lost a lot of weight. Enjoyed ourselves. We're a bit of an old couple now. We're sorry, internet. Last year we were just discovering each other, but now, fuck, we're a bit of an old couple. So at times we don't know each other very well, right? Anything you want to add? No? See you then. I'm the one who finished. It's to piss Tom off. I can't take it anymore. I'm going home.